Good day, one and all. I am Constance Newman, the chair of the African Renaissance and Diaspora Network. I'm here to welcome you to the 2020 Renaissance Women of Diaspora Summit on Gender and Race Discrimination. You're going to meet the hosts of the summit in just a few minutes, but I have some other business I have to take care of first, and that is to introduce the co-moderator of the summit, Ms. Dakota Gant, the youth representative of the African Renaissance and Diaspora Network. And it's our job. We know you're expecting us to do our job. And our job is to move the program on time in an informative and, yes, very interesting way. We'll promise you we're going to do our best to follow your directions. Dakota, I would like to begin the summit by asking you a question about the summit. And the question is this: what should the viewers and program participants expect to hear about, to learn, to question? What should they expect out of this valuable time they're taking out of their lives? So Dakota, take it away.
We can expect to bring more information about discrimination on the African continent, in Canada, Great Britain, and the United States. There will be consideration for the health issues that exist as a result of discrimination. And importantly, the speakers will not only identify the problems, but will also engage in ways to end gender and race discrimination. We will also be discussing a topic of special concern to me as the U.S. youth representative, and that is the discrimination against youth in the diaspora, a subject that I felt had often been underrepresented, but a truly important topic for the future of the world. And when we examine this topic and we focus even more intently on the crosshairs between generation, age, gender, and race, we find an even more concentrated subsection of rampant discrimination, which needs to be highlighted in forums such as this. However, youth organizations such as Rajalnu, which I am a part of, are working hard combating these injustices all throughout the diaspora by facing these challenges head on and refusing to bow to systemic oppression and discrimination. So I hope that gives you an idea of what these speakers will be bringing. Now I have to ask you a question. What do we want to know about the speakers and their personal journeys in a world of race and gender discrimination?
Yeah, I think that's a good question. We're going to know already just from who they are that they are steeped in the topic and they're going to know so much about the topic. But what we're going to want to do is kind of peek into their lives to find out whether they ever face discrimination. And now they can't fool us, but they can try. We're pretty certain that everybody has at least had some experience that seemed like discrimination, and we're going to want to hear about that. The other thing is that we have a series of questions that have come in from all over the world. And one of them is one I wouldn't have brought up front, but I think it'll show how interesting we're going to try to make it. And that question is based on the assumption that it's men. They're the problem. They're the ones responsible for all this mess. No, the question is, to what extent are women also involved in being part of the problem, not just being part of the solution? That is a question that came from one of the people participating. I think it came from Benin, but we have questions from all over. But you didn't ask me another question, which I wanted you to ask me, and that question is, what next? And I guess I would say that the viewers and participants will have a charge after these two and a half hours, and a responsibility to do what they can in their own arenas to address discrimination. Each person should find like-minded people and join forces to address the problems, because there's always strength in numbers. Finally, this summit is a part of a series of webinars conducted by the African Renaissance and Diaspora Network. We're going to call it Arden along the way, but I wanted to just let you know we've got a full name. We will encourage all to participate in the future activities to join efforts to design effective solutions to the problems in the world associated with discrimination of women and girls. Now it gives me great honor and privilege to introduce the co-hosts, Dr. Jabril Diallo, Dr. Natalia Khanna, and Her Excellency S.B. Campbell Barr.